what to do. There's caffeine on the house, it's active, radioactive. Loving you felt like dying on the operating table, like climbing a ladder till I give up and fall. Like the anesthesia didn't work, and I feel the creation of every scar. Like a movie I'm chained to.
Wait, really quick, guys, I have to tell you about my GoFundMe for my music career. I have a GoFundMe for my music career starting from $0, raising money for ads to grow my audience and to reach record labels. If things grow, then I will eventually be using that money to turn my YouTube demos into full professional real recordings. And help me to go as far as possible. I bet if you guys will do your best to help me and to invest, you guys could probably turn me into the biggest pop star in the world. It's just going to really depend on how much you guys are willing and able to help me. So please do what you can to help, and I love you. Mwah. Bye.
I have 1 penny to buy this iced coffee, but this is everything you gave me. How did you know the gum on the ground was yours if you've never seen it before? There are no refunds for this part of me. Don't forget where you were when we met. I wanted to be liquidated, but they haven't found me yet. I'll spell it out for you when I'm free. There's disrespect in the water and the liquor can.
Hi guys, I'm Celeste. I haven't got ready for the day yet. Hi. Oh. No. Oh no. Wait, I lost one. Oh wait, no I didn't. I thought I did under the microwave. No. Wait. Okay. Hi. First step to making coffee is being like, this is really a clean mug, even though it had lemonade in it, like overnight. It was mostly water, but it was like a little bit of lemonade. And I'm just gonna dry it off with a paper towel and then make coffee with it. Okay. It's from Anthropology. Haha. Okay. It's like some kind of company out there, you know? Okay. Wait. Oh, should I scoot the air fryer over? I think this is an air fryer. Wait. Alright, say thank you to the air fryer. Let's scoot it over for you. Oh, I ended your recording by accident, but okay. You good? I think you can see what's happening. Okay. Oh, wait. Ew. I had this amazing idea. I should just throw it, not try to make it in, but like throw it at the coffee maker, but it really fell into like dust. I'm just gonna wash this. I think that's how it works. I think that's good enough. Because you can't really see where it fell. It fell into this. It fell into the dust. It fell into like death. It fell into the fire extinguisher. I'm gonna wash it. Okay, wait. I gotta live my hippopotamus dreams somehow. Okay. I don't know how else. Okay. It's a very important dream. Okay. It's very, very rinsed off in the sink. Definitely met the fire extinguisher for some reason. Okay. It's okay, there's energy from the fire extinguisher. Not actually. Okay, ready? Well, maybe. Fire extinguishers have like a purpose out there, you know? They're like a real thing. So, okay. It's fine. Wait, we need water. Hello. Not interesting. I compete to embarrass you and bore you, and in order to do that, I have to make sure that I'm embarrassing, otherwise it's not gonna work. You know? Because you have to be able to, like, I want to, like, embarrass you vicariously. Like, you can't be so invested in me not being embarrassing. You know? Or you can be, and then you can be embarrassed also by that. That's how it should be, you know? That's the way it should be. In the northern island of, what are some places? Well, I was only thinking of real places. I want to think of like semi-real places. Like, you could say it's the cucumber. Wait, you can't say the cucumber island or something because that's weird. Wait. You can't use cucumber at all. These days, I guess you can't use island. What can you say? You can't really say anything. Everything has a sexual context if you think about it too long. Everything. Absolutely nothing doesn't if you think about it. I don't know. I've never thought of something that didn't have some kind of sexual context because everything seemed to if you think about it too much. There's some way that it could be like thought of in that way. Maybe not coffee. Oh, I guess people probably use coffee to be like attractive to people. Like they'll sort of, you know, but that's maybe like the closest. Like I would be like, oh, like coffee would be like, you know, like they have like the perfect, like, I don't know. Is eclectic the right word? Like they have like they've got to have like the crazy like coffee makers and like the like fresh ground, like everything. You know what I mean? Like very like, I feel like people use that to be like attractive. Like it's like some people's niche is like coffee, but that's not necessarily sexual. But of course all the people they're trying to attract are in a sexual like capacity. So that is kind of, that's maybe the closest I would have made like actual like coffee like sexual. Or you could take it as, oh, it's a stimulant. So then you could be like, oh, what else is a stimulant, like cocaine or something? But then, oh, well, what's sexual about that? Well, what isn't sexual about that? Because first of all, people are going to be doing it in strip clubs. Second, anything that comes from an illegal source would be like, anything else is illegal. So then, you know what I mean? So then the risk is then, oh, like other things become legal by proximity to how illegal that is. Like every kind of like sexual thing is like, well, what are you gonna do? You know? Then you can think, oh, if somebody is in like a blackmail situation, anything sexual could happen to them because they would have to give up their position in the world and like, oh, what's their job in the conversation trying to like talk about whatever happened to them. So that would be more of like in a dark way. I'm not trying to like say things should be more criminal. If anything, things should probably be less criminal so that other things are not criminal that are actually worse by proximity to like not being allowed to talk about something, right? So, but some people will be like, well, then everything should be way more criminalized so that people don't even think about it. There's not really such a thing as a world where people don't think about things. They just don't do whatever has power over them for them to not do. So, I don't know, but suddenly it's so hot in here. But everything else I can think of has some kind of like, I don't know. I feel like the concept of like being able to like look at any object and be like, oh, like what about it has like some kind of sexual context. I feel like I live in a world where it wouldn't be hard to see any like inanimate random object as having some kind of like sexual context. But then it becomes weirder because, you know, then I'm looking at the microwave. Well, what's the sexual context of a microwave? And it's not gonna be well, it's not alive and like self-autonomous and stuff. It can't really be like sexually attracted to other microwaves, but that was what I was probably gonna go with. So that's maybe the other one that's like very like out of the box, right? Or like very hard to think of. Okay, I'm looking at like a globe of like the planet, like an accurate globe. When we had the right Gulf of Mexico, or whatever, you know, when we had the correct one. Like, it's just from forever ago. But yeah, I'll know. But do I have views on changing the name? Not really. It's a place. A place needs a name so you know which one you're referring to. I don't think there will be widespread confusion about it. It's unnecessary, but it's not like people died over it, you know? Yeah, maybe all these places could just be renamed, but if that's your end of the world, nothing bad happens. In the end of the world, you know? Like, if that's your end of the world, that all the places on the globe just got a new name, we all survived. We all survived. If that's your end of the world, we all survived. None of us had to, like, eat bugs to survive. Like, we all survived. If that's the worst that it gets, we all survived, right? I think, like, it's a bone to pick at, you know? Do I love it being called Gulf of America? I don't care. What the fuck is a golf? Like a golf course? Oh, but it's water. I was already gonna have some problems with the name. Either way. The fuck is a golf? I was already gonna have problems with it. Like, it wasn't gonna be like I don't have a problem with whatever it is. It was gonna be weird. Either way. Yeah, so anyway, I'm not gonna keep going with it, but like, you could pretty much, like, I think within like 3 seconds I would just have like a sexual context for any object in the room, most of them within 1 second, but like most of them within 3 seconds, you know? Like, I don't think I couldn't think of one. Just, again, microwaves might just become sexually attracted to other microwaves. Or like the whole story about like coffee. Like, I don't think there's a closer one that I could have thought of about a stimulant, which is ironic, but only because a stimulant, I imagine, I don't really know, because what life experiences have I had? Like 3 life experiences in my life. I don't know. Like, nothing like so crazy, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'll know. But I think only because a stimulant, here's just like my like soul knowledge, right? Like, I would say a stimulant is gonna take your current imagination and create an overlay for everything in your life. When you look at it, you're gonna be like bouncing off different objects onto another one, right? So if you were thinking of something sexual, you like scan the room, now everything has like a sexual like image you've created in it, which is ironic, again, only because your brain's already gonna be doing that just on the slow normal state, because like, why would you care to do it? Because you're just making copies of things that don't matter if people are on too many stimulants, right? You would just be making copies of things you already have that don't matter, but thinking there's something unique and special about it, which I get it if you want to like have fun and give yourself positive validation for something that doesn't matter, but that's all you're doing. So the whole concept of, oh, that can like ruin their body, the planet just hates you. The planet's like, oh, you want to remake a copy of everything you already have just for fun, just to give yourself some positive validation. I'm gonna make sure you die after someday from like organ poisoning. Like, but I digress. It wasn't gonna be that important either way. That's the real tea, if you want to know, but organ poisoning or something, I don't know. But like, who doesn't deserve positive validation for their daily life? Like, I am so sorry for you if you don't. You know what I'm saying? So it's a trade-off. It's a trade-off, I don't know. I'm just smart enough to like have intel on things that I don't have to actually have any part in, to like not be stupid, you know? But whatever. It's just that the planet is like, oh, we're gonna ruin your body over this if we can, which is crazy and so sad, you know? So I guess that's my stance on it. Why wouldn't you deserve positive reinforcement and to feel important, right? But if you're gonna ruin your body, like, it's not worth it at the end, dude. So I don't know, but yeah. That's what I think. We got some cream for the coffee. All right. Some cream for the coffee. Now it looks all frothy because I put way too much cream in there. It looks crazy. It smells a little bit like a horse and a little bit like raspberry, but all it is coffee with cream and sugar. Yeah, it smells like if you had like a horse, but it had like raspberry scented hooves. And you're like smelling them for some reason. Okay. What? It tastes like normal coffee. I don't know. It tastes like traveling while drinking a normal coffee. And I'm not traveling, so I don't mind it. It's kind of like, you know, enchanted. Enchanted. It's kind of good. I don't know what I should be doing. Oh, haha, last night, between like 3 a.m. and 6 a.m., I decided why not try some job applications, because I should have a job. I should be a functioning member of society and not just writing songs so that I'm not getting paid for, and not just putting out music that I'm not getting paid for, and not just making YouTube videos on a non-monetized account because I don't have enough subscribers to monetize it, or enough views, because I have none. Flash forward to the 1 view this gets in the next 10 years. I'm gonna go back in 30 days and it'll say 0 views. like what always happens. I have videos from like a year ago that definitely have 0 views. Anyway, it's fine. So I only say that because I'm like, what if someday it's different? And then it's gonna be like so crazy that that was still happening right now. But it's not gonna ever be crazy, but like I always do that. I'm always like, it's like a timestamp. It's like, oh, like don't forget at this exact date I didn't have any, but it's like I have none. So like how can you be doing that and setting up your whole life like, oh, here's a timestamp that like someday I'll have it. Like someday I'll be surprised. That's not how it works. Instead of planning, I'm like, oh, don't forget to like timestamp the fact you still don't have anything. So, you know, stupidity lives in very obvious places, but it's fine. You know? I think, you know what's funny? Last night I did my like job applications. Like I was like, I did a job application, to Walmart because I was like, what places are nearby, you know? I used to work at Sam's Club. I was like, oh. Anyway, so they have their little like test. You fill out like your resume. You fill out like the kind of person you are. Then they give you like a million questions from the perspective of you're the manager. And you have to like, you know, be like, oh, your employee did this, then your other employee did that. Which one do you care about or something? Something fucking weird, dude. Anyway, I failed that test because I just decided to guess random ones. Because I was like, I'm not a manager anyway, so it doesn't matter. But like, also I was like, it's like 5 in the morning. Like, they're not gonna care because they're all like personality based. None of them were like, there's a right or wrong answer, like morally. There was like the basic intelligence one, like I didn't like guess on that one. It was like, oh, like what's a skew number? Like I could do that. That's not hard. So like I did all of that correctly. It's okay. They didn't want me. Maybe you can't answer all the questions in less than 3 seconds, or it like knows about that or something, and they decide like, oh, you don't care? Of course I don't care. Why the fuck would I care about a Walmart job application? I just don't have money. Why the fuck would I care? I just don't have money. You couldn't make it like an interesting, enriching experience in any way, so I was just gonna guess all the questions, like on all the questions. Like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I was gonna Christmas tree it in 3 seconds because it doesn't matter. But whatever. At the same time, I don't think they should have failed me just because I didn't do it right. I don't think they should have, because then the actual intelligent people are gonna fail it in 0 seconds. Because they don't have time to be wasting on that. Intelligent people don't have time to be wasting on your little like, would you be more likely to tell the manager that somebody else needs help or not waste any of your own time? What do you want me to say? What does that even mean? Like, you didn't give me context. Do they have like a broken arm? Like, are they like bleeding out? Because even then I'm gonna be like, oh, I have to go tell somebody. You know, like it's not gonna be like, or are they trying to wash their hands and they can't figure out how to do it? I'm gonna let you like be stupid. Like what? Like what? I don't know. I don't really care. I don't need to work at a Walmart. It wasn't gonna be enriching or educational in any way. I already worked at Sam's Club. It's not gonna tell me something I didn't already know. It was gonna be the same and stuff, so whatever. Whatever. I don't care if I can do everything else. I think I had too much self-esteem to do well on the Walmart test. Because no, I wasn't willing to like tell the manager you need help when I don't have context about what you need help about. When you didn't ask me to tell the manager and I was supposed to make that up myself. I think I answered too honestly because I thought it wasn't gonna be the most important thing in the world. Like, whatever. Yeah, I failed the basic intelligence test for Walmart. I did. Which means a lot of things. Most of them not about me, maybe a few about me, but it's okay. I also failed the one for Target like a long time ago. Like years ago. And I didn't even guess on those ones. I was just stupid, apparently. Not that many years ago. Like before I worked at the Sam's Club, so. Yeah. I also failed an interview for Target once because they asked me, I was like 19, okay, or 18. They asked me, first of all, I was homeschooled. They asked me about a school project for middle school, whether or not I did all the work on the school project in middle school when there were other people working on the project with me. I'm supposed to remember that? How dead of a life was I supposed to have had? My bad. No, at 19 or 18, I did not remember if I was the one who did all of the work on behalf of all of my classmates on a school project for history class. After I tried to guess what the fuck I was supposed to be saying for that. Okay, because you can't have like no answer. You can't be like, oh, like this is not a very important question. I don't see how it's relevant to the job. I can't really say that, right? I have to go with it. So I have to be like, oh, I think I like helped a lot. Like, I don't know if I was the only person working on it, right? Okay, and then they're like, yeah, well, like, what letter grade did you get on the project? It's like, I have no idea. Like, maybe we did good. Hopefully we got like an A or something. Maybe not. Like, sometimes that doesn't happen, but like some of these history classes were kind of easy. I don't know. And they were like, okay, yeah, I think we're gonna look at some other candidates. Like, that was what you were gonna use. Okay, I don't need Target. Maybe I don't need a job that bad. I just need to like be alive. But like, I need a job so that I have my own money. That's how life works. That's actually like being a good person and like being a productive member of society and having a job. And like, what if I have to move out? What if I have to like fund my music career? What if I have to do stuff? Like, what letter grade did you get on that school project in middle school? Oh, I don't remember. Fine, we're looking at other candidates instead of you right now. So that's how Target goes, if you're wondering, if they make it to the interview. Don't forget what letter grade you got on your school project in middle school, or somebody else will remember theirs. Somebody else will remember theirs, okay? There are smart people out there, it's just not gonna be you. But you have to be so optimistic and love yourself and be as smart as possible because weird stuff is happening out there, okay? You could be like me, Christmas tree your Walmart exam because nothing was ever gonna matter at Walmart. But apparently, oh, you're a terrible person if nothing matters at Walmart. We don't need you, we need somebody else. Well, I wasn't gonna like say that. I was gonna be like the best Walmart employee they ever had, but maybe they're supposed to like not have good employees. Maybe it's like a thing, you know? I don't really know. Maybe they're supposed to have some good ones. What part did I get wrong? I only guessed on the parts that are like a personality test. You don't need to know my personality. You have to understand, a person can be in any place mentally when they take the Walmart exam, for example, right? If anything, I feel like I'm just here testing it out like a scientist, okay? A person can be like the most intelligent person ever, but for other life circumstances, they could be in any place mentally when they take the Walmart exam, do their best on it still, and then still fail because of other life circumstances. So what they're really trying to do is filter out people who at the exact moment they take the exam, like, didn't have the exact perfect life. Like, a Walmart. Like, kick that dirty shoe across the room, Walmart is trying to, like, filter out people who didn't have a perfect life. Which is crazy. That's why I didn't care if I Christmas treat it, because somebody else should be equally as capable of passing the test as me. That's how I feel. Even if I Christmas treat the personality part, that doesn't matter. You don't know how nice of a person would be showing up to the interview, but there won't be an interview because you couldn't even make it that far. That's how it feels. It doesn't feel like I couldn't make it that far. The company couldn't make it that far. So every company wants to be the star of your whole world, the tattoo you have on your leg. You know, every company needs to be that to themselves. Like, it's a weird thing. Like, you know, they want to be the ones to reject you, but they want your obsession to be like so big with them that you would like cry if you didn't get that one. But that one doesn't matter. Because there's Walmart, there's Target, there's another store out there, there's Costco, there's Sam's Club, there's another one out there. Actually, Sam's Club and Walmart are the same company, but that being said, all these companies have no, like, I don't know what you would call it, love, excitement, like fun parts of them, right? No life. They're all so dead, but they want to be your major obsession, implying that you're more dead than they are. Oh, but they want you to be so alive that you're excited to work there. Sometimes you'll be too alive to work somewhere. You know? It just wasn't the one. Because they were more dead than you were. And they needed you to be obsessed with them? You're just gonna be one of the ones who needed me to be obsessed with you for no reason without offering anything. That's a long list. The ones who thought I was gonna be obsessed with them, the ones who thought I was gonna be obsessed with them, that's a long list of dead, deceased people out there. Those are the most dead. Okay. I'm not like dead to me, like hate them, no. Like those are like dead, like they're alive. Don't get me wrong, those people are walking around. Those people are dead. Like dead, like inside. Dead inside, okay? To the point where like they cannot make something up to be alive about. Like those people are like dead. Like when I tell you it's a long list of ones who thought I was gonna be the one to be obsessed with them based on nothing, it's a long list, and I've never been obsessed with a single one of them. Not actually. Get your facts straight. Why are companies trying to be in that position to me? Get your facts straight. Which one are you? Get your facts straight. Which one are you? Oh, the company who wanted to create rules that now I have to like experience? The company that was gonna like underpay me for no reason? That's always how it is. The company that was gonna underpay me for no reason needs me to be obsessed with them so they can like play hard to get a little more. You're a company. Nothing about you was really attractive, I just needed money. Right, if I'm not desperate enough, you have no prospect of slaves in the future. What? What? You're Walmart. You're Walmart. That would be a bad look if you thought like that, but I bet you do. I bet you do. Little Miss needing me to be obsessed with you. Over what? What good parts are there? If you start to tell me the good parts of yourself, maybe I'll have something to care to try to obsess over. But you're not telling me the good parts of you. So what? I could not force myself to have something to be obsessed with because you didn't tell me something good about yourself. There's nothing I really know about Walmart except sometimes customers show up wearing pajamas or something. Probably some creepy weirdos. People probably walk up to like a carton of eggs and like throw them on the ground or something. That doesn't seem so far out of the scope of Walmart. If I were obsessed with that and more dead than having that experience, who would I be? But I would be their target audience for like, who's gonna be obsessed with them enough to get a job? In the near future, nobody. In the near future, nobody. Maybe you're getting a few 40-year-olds who have nothing else going on right now. That's not really the future of humanity. The future of humanity is not the people worshiping Walmart right now. Like, do they need an altar to Walmart to like get a job there? Because that's what you're doing? Fucking weirdo. Whatever. Oh, and then I decided after failing my Walmart test, I decided I wanted to try like apply to McDonald's because I feel like it's like the most American job a person can have. I don't know why. Every time I've only worked at Chick-fil-A as far as like fast food, but every time that I was gonna say every time I work at fast food. Every time I think about like having a fast food job, I feel like it's like the most like American job you could possibly have. Walmart's not the most American job you could possibly have. In third world countries, they're not gonna be jealous of Walmart. They're gonna be jealous of McDonald's. I don't know. Well, actually, they probably have McDonald's there, so they're going to be working at their local McDonald's. So I think it's gonna be like the same as Chick-fil-A, but I don't know. I was gonna have an interview set up, but then I accidentally used the wrong address because I just used ChatGPT to find out what the closest one to me was, but ChatGPT said the one that's 5 miles away, not less than a mile away, is the closest one. So I accidentally sent my application to the wrong one, planned an interview, and then had to cancel it because it was the wrong location. But once I go through the exact same process with the correct address, I might get an interview at the most American place in the world, McDonald's. I think I kind of want the life experience. Like, I want the, like, I don't know. I want to be like, I worked at McDonald's. I think it would be cool. Because what's more American? Not a lot of good things. Not a lot of good things are more American than that. I don't know. I like their whole little fake story. We started as this tiny company and we don't really know where the investors came from. We just got struck by lightning. I like that kind of thing because, like, why not? I don't know. We'll see. I kind of liked their Minecraft deal they had. Like, that was kind of cool. I feel like if I'm going to study marketing, I might as well, like, use McDonald's as a candidate to study marketing. And as a scientist undercover, again, like, just exploring, like, what is this? Every time I've seen, like, a McDonald's burger, I've been a little scared of it because it looks like it's levitating, even though it's physically on a tray. But that doesn't mean that people don't think it tastes good. I gotta get better at the script, right? It's the best tasting real beef cow thing ever. That was so good. That was such a good place to start. Okay, anyway, that's the plan. I'm gonna go do those applications. I'm gonna do that one single application to the only job on the planet. Anyway, I love you guys. Bye.
They can't tell me what to do. There's caffeine on the house, it's active, radioactive. Loving you felt like dying on the operating table, like climbing a ladder till I give up and fall. Like the anesthesia didn't work, and I feel the creation of every scar. Like a movie I'm chained to.
Wait, really quick, guys, I have to tell you about my GoFundMe for my music career. I have a GoFundMe for my music career starting from $0, raising money for ads to grow my audience and to reach record labels. If things grow, then I will eventually be using that money to turn my YouTube demos into full professional real recordings, and help me to go as far as possible. I bet if you guys will do your best to help me and to invest, you guys could probably turn me into the biggest pop star in the world. It's just going to really depend on how much you guys are willing and able to help me, so please do what you can to help, and I love you. Mwah. Bye.
I have 1 penny to buy this iced coffee, but this is everything you gave me. How did you know the gum on the ground was yours if you've never seen it before? There are no refunds for this part of me. Don't forget where you were when we met. I wanted to be liquidated, but they haven't found me yet. I'll spell it out for you when I'm free. There's disrespect in the wild.